Hey guys, how you doing? Jeff here. And I'm trying to record this video a couple of times. Every time I try, I find out something new. And it's just like, oh my fucking god. When a shitstorm happens, it fucking just rains shit from the sky. What am I talking about? Well, it's the shipping supply shortage. Because I'm in that industry. Not like ship, but trucking. Yeah, that's what I do. I move shit. I move shit a lot. I move shit every day. I'm at work 5 days a week. But anyways, let's break something down here. First off, I saw this, video article from The Hill that says, oh, the trucking, there's so little regulation on the trucking industry on this, that, the other, and we're going to have shortages. We need more regulations. And it's like, have you never heard of the FMCSR lady? Look, I get it. You think that businesses are unregulated, but to say the trucking industry is unregulated, I said that to another truck driver. He about doubled over laughing as I did try to say these words. And I'm like, this is a person who has no fucking clue what they're talking about. Trucking industry isn't regulated. We are regulated up to our eyeballs. We are regulated so fucking hard it's not even funny. Look, and she brought up the point that, yes, there's a 90% turnover rate for newer drivers. Because, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, truck driving, until you build up a resume and actually get into one of the better jobs like I did, it fucking sucks your first couple of years. My first year, I brought in like 28,000. Next year, I brought in 32, 33, and it was kind of like that for about 4 years. I barely made any money, and I worked my ass off for them peanuts. But it's also indicative that the transportation and logistics sector pays like absolute shit. Like, let's say, for example, just a quick aside, let's say a load going 1,000 miles pays $2,000. Well, that $2,000 for that load has to pay for the load's fuel, any maintenance. If it's a company driver, the company drivers pay. And whatever's fucking left over out of that 1,000-mile, 2-day journey, that's what the company makes. So it might seem like, oh, the shipping community makes so much money. No, actually, we get paid like shit. The company gets paid like shit, and that's the reason why truck drivers have such a high turnover rate. It's not because the companies ain't regulated. It's because the transportation industry fucking sucks, and for the most part pays like garbage. And has since time immemorial. This whole, Jimmy Carter, regulated in the 80s, and Teamsters and all, that's bullshit. That's high forms bullshit. That's utter asinine bullshit. And fuck you, don't want to be unionized, because unions treat drivers like absolute crap. Because it's all seniority based and newer drivers get treated like shit. I can tell you a friend about that one. Drove for Holland. She got treated like crap. Wasn't fun. But that being aside, then I saw something else that boggled my fucking mind. The Deputy Secretary of the Treasury. I will not say this man's name for love nor money because I would just flatly butcher it. So I'm just not even going to go there. But he said, the shipping crisis and supply chain global fuck up will continue until everybody is vaccinated. And I'm like, oh my god, this is such unadulterated bullshit. My mind is trembling. It wouldn't fucking matter. You see, I'm gonna break something down for all the people out there who don't have a fucking clue. COVID is not the cause of this global supply shortage chain fuck up. It isn't. Point blank is not. This supply shortage was eventually going to happen. COVID merely sped it up. COVID's a catalyst for speeding it up. That's it. This was doomed to happen for a whole multitude of reasons. The truck driver shortage because it pays like shit. Shipping shortages on the high seas. It also pays like shit and there are not enough people to haul the fucking freight around. I mean, there's just a whole heap of things of why the global supply chain and globalization fucking sucks and was going to fall apart. It was bound to happen. This wasn't an eventuality. It just hit harder and hit faster because of COVID. So get that out of your mind, ladies and gentlemen. COVID is not the cause for this. Well, not the root cause. The root cause is just in time demand not being able to keep up and not having the personnel to keep up. This was inevitable. So this whole thing of, oh, if we just get jabbed, all of us, it'll all go away and everything will be all hunky-dory is bullshit. Unadulterated fantasy lunacy bullshit. In fact, Joe Biden's response to all of this has made it infinitely worse. The government mandates responses and all of that has made this worse, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't helped. Government's just getting in the way and fucking things up like they are wont to do. So, get this fucking nonsense out of your head that COVID's to blame. No. Global economics and globalization and all that fucking globalist shit is the cause. They pay for shit to move it. They took away the means of production out of the United States. And now we're starting to see that when the fecal matter hits the rotor blades, the people who like to sell us our stuff for cheap imports can basically say, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. There's basically not a fucking thing the United States can do about it. So this whole thing of, oh, we need more regulations. Oh, everybody needs to get jabbed and everything will be fine is a fucking lie. As a truck driver, my word to it, it's a fucking lie and it wouldn't make a goddamn bit of difference. This is just showing how globalization and global world trade, it was doomed to fail from the start. This was doomed to happen. It was fated, ladies and gentlemen. Since before I was born, we were on a crash course for this. COVID just made it happen probably about a decade before. Also, as I've stated before and again, this whole nonsense that, oh, automation is going to make truck driving go away. The people who make them fucking quote-unquote self-driving trucks said, A, it's too fucking expensive. B, we are decades and decades away from having trucks that can reliably drive themselves without an operator, because them self-driving trucks can only, they're basically an extension of what is forward-looking radar on a truck. I have one in my truck right now. If I set cruise control and I get too close to another truck, my truck's radar is basically going to back me off to about 3.5 seconds and keep me there unless I manually override it. All the fucking self-driving truck on that is that on steroids. And that truck cannot do the following: negotiate city streets, negotiate heavy traffic, get on and off the interstate. It can't fuel itself. It can't go check in. It can't open its own doors, and it can't back up the bump a dock. Still needs a truck driver for all that. Stop and think about that for a minute before you say a fucking machine gonna take my job. Not till I'm long since retired. And I'm only 38 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I'll hit retirement age before a fucking machine takes over my job, because it can't fucking do it yet. And it won't do it for at least 20 years. So this whole thing of, oh, we'll just automate our way out of it, yeah, it ain't fucking happening. So, in summation, to the one lady from the Hill who says, oh, we need to regulate more. Bitch, we're already regulated. Just look up DOT hours of service and the FMCSR. And then try to fucking look at a truck driver and say, we ain't regulated. Go fuck yourself. And as far as the Deputy Secretary of the Treasury saying everybody needs to get jabbed and this will all go away, you, sir, are living in a goddamn dream world. You are out of your fucking mind just pushing a narrative without even knowing anything on the ground about how shit works in supply and logistics. Shut the fuck up, sir. You know not a goddamn thing. This was doomed to fail. It just finally happened because of COVID. It was an accelerant. And you and Biden's administration's response to it is only fucking up matters. Oh, and by the way, put mandates on truck drivers. Woo, boy. You want to see this country crawl to a halt? Mandate truck drivers. Oh, I fucking dare you. You will see so many truck drivers who are of retirement age, because by the way, average age of truck drivers 55. Let that sink in. Most of them are well beyond retirement age. You'll see a lot of retirements. And then we'll have a real shortage of truck drivers. And then the fit will hit the shan, and I'm just going to be sitting there going, you think you're going to get me back to work with a mandate? Go fuck yourself. And good luck trying to find someone who has 7 years of experience, a CDL Class A, with doubles and triples endorsement, tanker endorsement, and hazmat endorsement. I wish you the best of luck. I'm Jeff. Supply shortages, they're here to stay, and they're going to be around for a long while. I'll catch you on the flip side.